What up, y'all? So we were actually in the middle of recording a video of my wife's epiphany today, which she'll probably come back and record after this. But something happened that I want to kind of touch base on, that I think is something that needs to be said, and a lot of people who are trans and not trans, family of trans, friends trans, whatever, need to understand. So in the midst of my wife recording the video, my wife referred to me as my wife. And
no, I didn't.
Well,
I
you
said
didn't even get it
girl.
out. No, you said girl, and then you went to say my wife and it didn't come out. And she burst into tears. My wife and I are both sticklers for pronouns, and whatever you decide you want to be addressed as is what we're going to address you as. And even if you're not in the room, this one here is real quick to get people together. Just an example, we were out with some friends. Another friend of ours had top surgery, and they kept referring to him as she. And it was actually the day of my first doctor's appointment, wasn't it? And they were like, oh, well, when are we supposed to call him a he? And not until if they don't have a bottom surgery, basically, then whatever. And my wife shut it all the way down. Like, if this person is a guy, like, you are to refer to him as he. And my wife had never laid eyes on this person who's now our friend. It was just kind of a friend in the same circle we were in. But so when my wife struggles with adjusting the pronouns, because this is still something new to her, with me, it's not, I don't even want to say struggles to adjust the pronouns.
Thank you for correcting that, because I was about to say.
Not struggles to adjust the pronouns, but if something slips. If she goes to say something and says my wife, like, it really hurts her feelings. And I try to explain to her, it doesn't bother me because you're not misgendering or using the wrong pronouns to be spiteful. What people have to understand, and I'm really talking to anybody who has transitioned, is transitioning, thinking about transitioning, whatever it meant, my arm, whatever it may be, what you have to understand is people that have been a part of your life, known you for a long time, have been addressing you a specific way for a certain amount of time. They've been calling you sister, brother, her, him, she, whatever it may be, for as long as they've known you. So it isn't just a switch that flips for them to say, oh, I will never say she instead of he, or her instead of him, or vice versa again. It is something they have to work on. And the easiest way I can explain it to some people is January 1st. When that year first changes over to 2018, or like we just went from 2017 to 2018. When 2018 first comes, you know damn well it's 2018, but how many times have you written 2017 on a paper or said 2017, and you know damn well because you was just at the New Year's party that it is a new year. But it's been so ingrained for that last 365 days that it was 2017 when 2008. It takes you a couple, at least a week or two to get it together, and that's only 365 days. Take somebody who's known you 5 years, 10 years, or your family who's known you forever. You know, like my mother's known me 30 years. I've always been her daughter. I've always been her. So my mother is very supportive of me transitioning. But I can't get mad if she's like, oh, my daughter, or, oh, you know, but my mother has always kind of been very gender neutral with me. Like, when my mother answers the phone, I'm 30 years old and it's still, what up, kid? You know, but if they slip up, or my brother is very supportive. But he texts me at 1 o'clock in the morning, and his text message read, hey, sis. And he was actually calling to crack a joke to tell me when I got top surgery, tell the doctor, can we get a 2-for-1 special so he can get mid-surgery, which he was making a joke top bottom, so he can get mid-surgery to slim down his fat. But just because he's so used to whenever he texts me, hey sis, I'm not mad, because he wasn't doing it on purpose. So you got to give people a time to adjust, because this is something that you in your shoes will have always known and had more time to deal with than anybody around you. Most of us know young. Most of us, I knew I was a kid, so I've had 20-something years to deal with it. My wife has had less than a year. My family's had less than a year. So it's going to be a process, and just like you want them to understand where you're coming from and what you're going through, you have to allow them to go through the same process. You have to allow them to get used to it and make those changes slowly. They can't do it as quickly as you did, and it's not going to be as easy for them, even if they're 100% supportive, because it's still new to them, and it's always going to be newer to them than you. What?
This car in front of me slammed on the brakes, and I thought I was going to have to slam on the brakes, and I looked up, and my eyes got real big. Sorry.
So that's why my wife looks a little upset. Because she was like, how can I be mad at other people who may come?
No, not mad. Just, I feel like, how can I come onto a platform, and I don't preach. That ain't me. I don't judge folks, nothing like that. But I'm saying, like, how can I come on a platform and try to be supportive of your transition when I slipped and said wife?
Girl, but it's okay. Like, this we're not about to have, this not about to be no fake, everything's great.
No, we ain't fake.
I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is spouses slip.
Yeah.
Whether you're supportive or not, it's ingrained in your mind. You've been saying for the last 5 years, my girlfriend, my wife, my fiance, my babe, even though you know, jokingly.
I've also called you my husband, my boyfriend, my baby daddy, my
Jose.
All that.
I got like 8 personalities even before transition came along. I had like 3 guy names.
3 guys and 3 girls, because, yeah, that's a whole different, totally different. Yeah.
But people are going to slip. So I would just, you know, support your spouse both ways. You know, understand your friends and family, things may slip. Now, there's a difference between you walking around in a motherfucking misgender your purpose, and I'm all for knocking their teeth down their throat. Please don't do that, because I don't need nobody really knocking nobody's teeth down their throat and then being like, T told me to do it. Put your hands down. T told me to do it, so y'all be trying to sue me for inciting a riot. But no, real shit. Like, I don't play being disrespected regardless of the situation. So I'm not saying you out and you look like a whole ass nigga and you a whole ass nigga and somebody being like, oh, well, you still a fucking female because of whatever.
Yeah.
Cut that shit. Yeah, but
the whole you were born this.
Yeah, we ain't even gonna get in that discussion.
No, I'm saying that's the first thing they say. You know, when they're being deliberately
and then you tell them their mama was born a hoe, so she's still a hoe. I'm just saying. Things that make them. So this was just a little quick video for that. You know, because I know it's something we got to deal with, and I know it's something other people got to deal with, and I just feel like from what I've seen. And from the different groups I'm in and different people I've interacted with, a lot of trans people are a stickler for those pronouns. And I get it. Live your truth. Make people respect you, but you have to give some leeway where leeway is due. You know, anything you want to add to that? I think I covered it all.
I think you did.
So we're about to record another video for my wife's epiphany for the day. Don't be fucking talking about y'all look like yesterday, because it's the same day, and I will read your ass in the comments, okay? Now, because I be seeing on the YouTube when people record motherfuckers, they're like, they had on the same motherfucker. You can see we the lighting's the same, we in the same car.
It doesn't matter. Motherfuckers that's what they do. They get on YouTube, Instagram, wherever, and they just keyboard thug. But I guarantee if they top enemy was right in front of them, they wouldn't say a motherfucking thing.
And that's the one thing I will say. Like, I know I can't keep all negativity away from this channel, but I want this to be a positive space. So
I mean, regardless, you're not gonna come in here being disrespectful because it's a call to delete and block, like, period. Like,
yeah. So all right, y'all, we about to come back with another video.
Yep.